I'm very good at walking away from abusive relationships, abusive friendships, lovers, stuff like that, situations like that. I don't feel beholden and loyal to anything where I just let myself get beaten again and again. And I think part of the reason is because when I was a child, my mother left my father for a few months. I was 7 years old. I didn't know all of the context, but I did know she felt lonely and depressed, and my father was emotionally unavailable. What I didn't know was she was also super abused by his family because she was previously divorced, and women like that are considered trash in Korean culture, especially in the 80s and 90s. And so she left, and initially I was kind of excited because she was the punisher. You know what I'm saying? My dad, he's very mellow and peace loving. He's not good at punishing. It's just, you wouldn't buy it. If he tried to punish you, you laugh at him. But my mother was the one that, held down the law and stuff. So when she left, it was kind of exciting. We were like, okay, we're free to do whatever we want. And then she came back. And I remember she was in the backseat. I was with her in the backseat of the car. My dad was in the front. She was crying. And as she's crying, I'm just watching her. And I don't feel fucked up and broken up about it because I know she left for a good reason. I trusted her because she was always a badass. And I knew if she felt she had to leave, she probably had to leave. And then she said, oh, and your grandparents said I was a terrible mother. And then I was like, Mom, they have no right to tell you that. Harmony Haji have no right to ever tell you you're a bad mother, because that's just not true. And I was just horrified that they who were not living with us had felt like they had the right to tell her that, And I was like, they have no right. And then she just stopped crying and she stared at me kind of weird. I think because she didn't expect a 7-year-old child to tell her, that wasn't cool. But anyway, in the future, as I would be in relationships where I was still a little insecure, whenever people were treating me really bad, I knew though at some point you gotta walk. You can't stand for that shit. You gotta love yourself enough to know when it's time to walk. And I'm grateful that my mother showed me that as a child. Because if she didn't leave, maybe I would accept people being abusive to me consistently without ends. I just know a lot of parents, they try to stay together for the kids. But there's a chance though, walking away sometimes shows the kids that they need to love themselves enough to know when it's not a good thing, when the relationships they're tied to are not as healthy. They might learn to stand up for themselves and love themselves more because of the separation. Making boundaries is an act of self-love. And I hope you all can love yourselves enough to set those boundaries. There's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes no is the most loving thing to say.